Hey everybody, and welcome to my demonstration speech. In today's speech, I'm going to be showing how to build an effective house in Minecraft. So, Minecraft is a sandbox video game created and designed by Swedish game designer Marcus Persson, and later fully developed and published by Mojang. The creative and building aspects of Minecraft allow players to build with a variety of different materials in a 3D procedurally generated world. Other activities in this game include exploration, resource gathering, and combat, but today we're going to be focusing on this. So I'm in creative mode, which means I have access to every material in the game. There's a lot. I don't know what most of them do. But for a basic shelter, you're going to want to make a foundation, which generally means you want a square, because it is a game about cubes. But in this game, the day and night cycle pass, and it is very important to have shelter when the sun goes down, because there are monsters. And in this mode, we don't really care about that, but this is if you were feeling daring and decided to play survival mode. So materials you need other than in-game is you just need a computer and an account. The game is $27. You can find it at most retail stores, gas stations. It's pretty much everywhere. So you can use a lot of different materials to build. I chose a few that I thought would look good together. These are jungle logs and planks. It doesn't really matter what you use, but keep in mind some of the monsters have special abilities that can break your things, such as if we were to go into this menu and get a creeper. That was embarrassing. If you were to go into the menu and get a creeper, if you were to go into the normal mode, he would blow up, make a big hole. So you want to make sure that you can handle yourself when nighttime comes. Your shelter doesn't have to be huge, but you do want it at least 2 blocks tall because that's right around where your player stands. You generally want to leave open holes for doors, just to make sure that you can get out in case you need to. And you need a couple of the supplies, like food, all different kinds of stuff stocked in your house. So you do want some chests and furnaces, but we'll go over that here in a moment. So it's very important to remember that in this game, day and night cycle, monsters come out. Well, you can fight them, but when you start the game and you're still gathering things, when you're still punching down trees and looking for animals for food, you just want to make sure that, you have somewhere that you can dump all of it, because you do have a very limited space to carry things. So before we put on the roof, I would like to take a moment and just say that this is not going to be as easy if you were to do this in survival mode, because I have everything available to me. So if I want a door, I can just type it in, I can get a door. You need these to transition from the house to the outside. So in the morning, everything burns up, all the monsters disappear. You want to go out, punch some pigs. You can do that. Then you want some chests. They can hold things. So when you go out and you explore, and you find like a horse, and you kill that horse, and you get whatever horses give you, you want to come back and plop it in here so you don't have to carry around a bunch of horse. I found some of these things. I'm not really sure what they do, but they look really nice. I found some signs. So I can say, like, I like to be multicultural, so I can make bungalow. So the house has a name now. You want a familiar touch. Every time you build a house, you don't just want it to be another house. You want it to be a masterpiece. You want it to be a creation that you're proud of and you can call your child. And right now we're just putting on the roof. Roofs are very important because during the nighttime, most things can't climb, but spiders, those things will walk right up your wall to get to you. They get very upset, and I'm not exactly sure why, but they have a lot of health and they hurt you, as what I've learned. So this little lip that I'm putting of stairs kind of acts as a barrier. The spiders can't get up it. Makes your house impenetrable. It is just a fortress. So we have gone over so far that it's very important to decorate the interior of your home with things that you would need. We understand that it's a very good idea to keep multiple doors if you need to escape. We have been over just kind of the niceties. You wanna personalize your house. You don't just want it to be a place. It's a house. It's not a home. Or I guess I messed that up. It's a home, not a house. It can be either. I guess they're synonyms. But that's not important. So we're just about done with this house. I think it looks gorgeous. But then you're sitting in the dark. Monsters spawn in the dark, and you don't want that because that's the point of a house. So what are you gonna do? Well, if it was actually nighttime, you would want to go in here. You'd want to get a torch. You got to get some coal. You got to go mining. You want to put these in your house. Make sure nothing can spawn. Best thing about that, your house is completely secure now. So if I were to go outside, no holes, monsters can't use doors. You're now protected. Now, obviously, any of you would be sitting out there and you'd say, but Josh, 1 second. Let's say those were two of your best friends, Frank and Steve, and you were to get, say, one of these. He would want to get in that house. So he wants to destroy it. He's very angry. So, seems like he can't get into the house. Let's say he blew a hole. Frank and Steve are dead. You're a failure. Your parents left, everything. Just gone. Frank's dead. Look, Steve. Steve's just hanging out. Steve is dead. This thing single-handedly killed your entire family because you made your house out of wood. You want something sturdier. You want the stuff at the bottom of the earth that you can only get by digging to the deepest point. You want bedrock. Now this is ugly. This is such an ugly material. You trap one of those suckers in this, it's not getting out. So let's just go over it. I don't even think you can normally obtain this in the game, but if by some unforeseen chance that the gods of Minecraft were to bless you with something as great as this, that you could protect Frank and Steve from anything that comes your way, because they're your buds, and you don't want your friends to die, because this game is all about making friends. I'm of course playing by myself because I'm me, but that's perfectly fine. There's a single player, there's a multiplayer, fits all your needs. So if all of you are sitting there and you're kind of like, Josh, I don't really know what's going on, you don't need to. All you need to know, Frank, Steve, both safe? I come outside, the mean man's trying to get in. Guess what? Can't. Frank and Steve are bros. Of course, if Frank goes outside during the night to go get milk, he's obviously going to die. But Steve in there? Steve's perfectly fine. So to recap, we checked over making a home, protecting the home, making sure you pick the right materials, keeping monsters out, lighting it up properly to keep monsters out, and that pretty much does it. So, yeah, happy crafting.